Hey everyone, today I'm going to paint digital. These are my original characters from DIO, Colin and Gadara. And yeah, I have no idea how it will turn out, but yeah. First of all, these characters are with me for quite a while. I think it must have been 10 years already since DIO in the first version was released in Japan back then on the Comitia. It had a different name I'm going to make maybe a specific post about it sometime and show the old version. It looked quite different, but at the same time already you could see very much where it was going, so yeah. Since this is not an official illustration of the DIO manga, I can go a little bit more freely with this. So I wanted to portray the characters and their personalities very visual. Like, how should I say? Colin always has a rather cold attitude towards Gadara and of course everyone. And he really doesn't like to show any kind of vulnerability. So in this picture I want him to lean into Gadara. And of course the demon is always has a lot of dimensions naturally, because they are meant to deceive the humans, but Gadara is very he's not a typical demon, I think. And I really like the way he is with Colin, and the relationship is very funny and very cute in a way. It is cute. I like how they are playing with each other and with each other's attention too. It's very nice and cozy to draw. I mean, also in the manga, if you have read the first chapter, I think the scene where they are in the Black Chapel and where that huge head, the god, is like greeting them in its own way. Colin is grabbing Gadara's hand, and I like this scene very much, because actually it is showing some kind of Colin's true self towards Gadara, but he is hiding something. But yeah, now the fun part starts. We have the line art, and the coloring will start now. Well, first of all, I start with a base layer in a warmish gray. I also set the outlines to a warm color. The good thing in digital media is that you can always switch the colors and change something that you don't like. This is not possible in traditional media, or at least not easily possible. In traditional media you need to be on point, you need to have a vision and you need to execute that vision, and usually you only have one try. So yeah, digital media is much more forgiving. Still, I personally love the unforgiving and harsh and cruel world of traditional media. Just wanna put this out. Traditional is just magic, and in my opinion, you can never reach this level of magic in a digital coloration. Nevertheless, I try. Yeah, now filling the base color with some gradients. At this point, I'm still unsure how I want this picture to look like, but maybe I'll find out. Now this is something that I really enjoy to do, because that kind of reddish orange is one of my favorite colors, and I want to make this as like a hue glow of the skin. Now it looks like he's blushing. I'm wondering what Gadara's other hand is. Just kidding. Yeah, just adding some very smooth shadows. The harder ones will follow later. So I think this video will be quite long, so I'm really not sure how long I will draw on this, but I continue to record, and maybe I will speed up the footage later and simply dub it. So yeah, see you later. Okay, so from now I speed the video a little up. It's really weird because now I'm talking kind of like from the future. I have finished the illustration already. It turned out different from what I thought, but yeah, to be honest, I didn't really I had a vision of the complete picture when I started it, so yeah, it's different from traditional. But yeah, this is what it is about the digital coloration. You can always change your mind. Yeah, so now just shading the skin and stuff, give it shadows, still very soft shadows, but I think I will go with rather soft shadows the entire picture, because yeah, I like that in this kind of digital colorations. Now it looks a bit like Gadara has silver hair. Looks really weird. I like him with black hair. At the beginning, I was thinking about making him very platinum blonde, but I screwed that idea really quickly, because somehow this character doesn't work out with bright hair. He really needs that black mane. This is just him. Something I forgot to say, especially at the beginning stage, I tend to draw more zoomed out, and also I flip the image horizontally a lot. This helps to make a good kind of a composition and balance of dark and white tones. Basically, the black and white balance is quite important for me, since I'm used to drawing manga. Now I put more defined shadows on the face. Here you can see Colin. He is he doesn't have much shadows, and he has very bright and flat shadows in his face, because his skin is bright and his face is rather flat. And also, despite almost all the other characters in DIO are demons. Colin has that humanish eye, but somehow his eyes are the most evil looking. I don't know how to describe it, but they are very bright and piercing, even if his face is like soft. But yeah, I'll come to that later when I'm drawing the eyes. Usually I don't start with the eyes because yeah, I know most artists start with the eyes and then draw the rest around, but I work very different from that. I cannot even tell exactly the reason why, but to me it feels like sometimes I want to decide the moment when I'm waking up an illustration. Sounds weird saying it like that, but this is just how I feel about it. Back to the picture. Here you can see me defining the base shades of the clothes and hair tone. This needs to go well with each other, so this is a bit tricky, and to be honest it looks a little shitty now. But don't worry, it will be more defined later. The thing is, I think at this point, with this very sketchy colors, you can see very well why I designed Colin and Gadara to fit each other. This is just their base tones, but I think they complement each other very nicely like that. I'm now adding some glow shadows. This is still the underlay layer. I don't know how to call this, but I want to have the mid shadows some more spice. Is this a good point to say that it is really, really weird talking to myself here. Usually, even in the live stream, there's some kind of interaction with you guys. So, yeah, but I think maybe some of you might be interested in hearing some thoughts behind the painting process. So yeah, this is why I'm doing this, and also maybe it's a good practice for me to talk a little more, because yeah, you know, this is not really my kind of thing, but I always try to improve. So yeah, here I am. Also, while I'm drawing this, DIO Kickstarter is currently halfway through. There are like 2 weeks left, and so far it's going really, really nicely, and I'm really happy to see how many people are looking forward to the story. I decided to add some extra pages of the story to give a little more depth from the previous version. So this is what I'm also working on beside of this here. And something that I would find really nice and also fun would be some kind of a fan art section. in the German edition of DIO, there had been kind of a huge fan art section already, and I enjoy this very much because there were lots of amazing DIO fan arts. So even now today, like it's 6 years ago, but I still enjoy to see those fan arts now and then. I just recently watched some as I checked the content of the DIO first edition to compare it with now English release. Also not talking about this, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but the new DIO English edition will be almost completely redrawn with lots of new content. And I know there are some of you who compared the old German edition to the Kickstarter version in English, and yep, almost everything is redrawn, and of course for the second issue I did the same. I completely redrew the manga with some extra pages and stuff, and this time there will be a new Hell Today interview, this time with the Prince Colin. I haven't finished that yet actually, but I will do that very soon, because the Kickstarter will end in about 2 weeks, and I will give the book to the printing company really soon after that, because I want to do it as soon as possible, of course. I already requested the offer for it from the printing company, so it should be alright. It's, by the way, it's the same printing company like last time. I told you already in the Discord, maybe, if I remember right, in Discord, that I will use the same printing company, and yeah, they did a really good job last time, so I was very satisfied with that, and I expect the issue 2 to be the same quality. I'm planning to print the first 5 chapters in this limited edition, really large sized books. Most of all, they will be limited. I will not reprint them, because I think it's very nice to have this limited item, but after these 5 issues are published, I want to make like I don't know what is in English. These in Japan you have these summary books where all the chapters are gathered together. This one will be smaller, but I want to also go for very quality print with lot of extras. Back to the picture. Meanwhile, I put more defined shadows on Gadara's face, which are more hidden by his hair. Also, Colin's complexion is much brighter than his, and basically Colin often looks almost ill with very pale skin and dark eye shadows. Maybe this is just because he is dead. He became the prince of the limbo circle after his passing on Earth. So yeah, he is basically dead. But even when he was still alive, his skin color was already pale, so I don't know if it makes really a difference. Yeah, but maybe he will get some tan when visiting Gadara's home circle of hell. I drew a little sketch picture in the last issue already of them having a picnic there. Don't know, it would make a nice bonus chapter or something. Also, you may or may not know that there are plenty of other characters in DIO. Some of them I introduced already. For example, I wrote a complete book about the backstory of Lulu. I don't know if you have seen her picture in my gallery yet, but it's still there, I guess, on Instagram somewhere. I have a drawing of Lulu if you are interested. There's also a pretty long description of her story already, so yeah. And in the really near chapters of DIO, like the third, fourth, fifth, there will be also a little bit more about Dea's and Gadara's backstory. Dea is basically Gadara's sister, but they are also married. In hell there are weird rules, maybe, I think. They have a different culture than we humans do, and especially each circle in hell has their very own culture, and the further the story develops, the more the reader can get into the different cultures of the hell circles, and personally I find this very, very interesting, and I have a lot of fun explaining such kind of details. Those who have read the manga already know that there are a lot of hints everywhere. I'm putting a lot of information into the smallest things, like even if it's a decoration in the wall, everything has a meaning. So I think it's really worth to check out the books several times to find everything, because you don't have to, but if you want to get the full picture, there are certain things that are like Easter eggs. I really don't know how to explain this really, but I think it's very easy to understand once you look at it. And maybe a little story time. I mentioned before that DIO was published before in Japan under a different name and different content. The story was a little bit different back then. And for the release, I was attending a comic book fair called the Comitia, and it was very interesting because there was a girl approaching, and she had a look into the books. There were 3 published at that time, 3 chapters, and she told me that in the whole Japanese manga market it's very rare to find such kind of a dark fantasy manga, which kind of surprised me a lot because yeah, I didn't know about that. But then I tried to find such kind of a manga, and yeah, it was really difficult to find something in that genre. So yeah, just very small story from the life of the previous life of Dio, but even now I think it's something like 10 years ago, but I still remember talking to this reader about that topic. Now about the picture. Meanwhile, the shadows on the skin are more defined, so I'm already into the details of the eyes, nose, and lips, and I wanted to mention that I like going pretty deep into painting lip color. I think that it makes them more expressive and realistic. In general, I'm not trying to achieve the full realism, but you know, the pictures have to feel real for me, so maybe some other kind of reality. This is also why I don't go for full perfectionism, because in my opinion, the most important thing in an artwork is the expression, the feeling, the spirit, and I know on Instagram and various other social media, it is very popular to these, how should I say, these hyper-realistic artworks are very popular, where someone repaints a photo but much more crisp and so on. But this is not really what I want to do, because in my opinion this lacks spirit. I want to create a picture, to arrange it, to express emotions with it, and that's also why sometimes my drawings look a bit weird, and the anatomy I'm going for is not 100% like human anatomy. But at the same time I developed a kind of expressive body language for my characters. Yeah, I really don't know how to describe it differently, but maybe you understand what I mean. By the way, maybe some of you wonder why I have like two screens of the picture. I always work zoomed in and often set up a second view of the canvas to help overlook the entire balance of the picture. I think this is very helpful, especially in the beginning stages. As you remember, the picture in the beginning was very undefined, and yeah, so I used everything to help me to compose it so that it looks nicely in the end. Let me explain a little bit more what I did so far. With the eyes getting darker, I had to go darker window closes as well to keep both at a more or less exact value of black. after that, I painted more details on Colin's white hair since it overlaps the jacket. I tried to make Colin's hair look very soft. I wonder how it feels in reality, but they're probably very smooth, so I can absolutely understand why Gadara likes to touch it so much. I always think of these raccoon grubby hands when I think of Gadara a lot. Yeah, you can maybe see I highlighted the eyes as well to make them look like reflecting the light. His eyes glow in red, so it's even reflected by the lower eyelashes. I also gave more definition on his hair. It's very long and wavy, and it is often a lot of work to draw it. But I think it's worth it. I really like his hair. Since I'm talking a lot today anyway, I would like to mention about the wonderful Cairo Discord family. We've had so much fun during the last months, and how should I say, each chat is a true event. We even made a banana song, and I really don't know how I should explain the banana freakouts, but they just happen. There are certain moments when they happen and everyone loses their mind. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to more of such kind of activity in the new year, and maybe we can even expand it, because I researched about how to live stream on Discord and also YouTube and Twitch, so we could play games together or something like that. I'm really looking forward to that, because I think there will be a lot of weird stuff going on. Whenever I have some free time, I will also continue the banana song. Imagine a cool music video for that. Yeah. But now you also can see the picture is getting into shape. Now it looks more like the end result. Now there's some details to refine, but not too much. The whole picture now took me about 10 hours. I think I cutted the footage already, so it was like a 9 to 10 hours something. Really long. So I imagine I would have to dub like 10 hours of talking. I think I would be dying. I'm not used to be talking so much in real life, so yeah, I really tried my best. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you rather enjoy the traditional tutorials or this kind of a digital, how should I say, what is it called, a paint through, Speedpaint. I really don't know how to call this, but I would be glad if you would let me know what kind of video you would like to see next, because yeah, that helps me, of course. I want to make videos that you enjoy, so yeah, let me know anytime. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. if you are interested in my manga, please check out the link to Kickstarter, or later you can find it on my website. Yeah. Please take care, everyone. Stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.